It is the About Mansfield Economic Spotlight. I'm Steve Casillo, and what do we do here? We feature people. We feature from CEOs to large corporations to sole proprietors whose businesses have an economic impact on the city of Mansfield, all nicely wrapped up into a 10-minute nugget of information. We want to thank the folks at Mansfield Economic Development Corporation for sponsoring the Economic Spotlight. And today, I mentioned sole proprietor. We talk with a sole proprietor today. Her name is Sarah Duke. She's the owner of Destiny Studio. Welcome to the About Mansfield Economic Spotlight.
Hi, Steve. Thanks so much for having me.
Let's start with who is Sarah Duke? Let's start with your background. And first of all, I got to mention to our listeners and our viewers, we're kind of in my wheelhouse today because those that listen to the podcast on a regular basis know that I'm a musician. And so to be able to talk music, I'm in my wheelhouse. So
yay!
Let's start again. Sarah Duke, your background and how you got involved in the music business.
Absolutely. And I don't know if you know or remember this, but you and I have not ever met in person, I don't believe. But I don't know. I feel like it's been maybe almost 10 years ago that I worked with Scott Wellmaker.
No way. My old partner.
Your old partner. I was his vocal coach. Enjoyed it so much.
Wow. Mm-hmm. He mentioned he had a vocal coach. He did not mention. That's right, because you used to be located on Main Street.
Well, I've always been in my spot, but I was trying to relocate at the time to Main Street. That's where we connected through the MEDC.
Gotcha.
But anyways, I am actually born and raised in Mansfield. I graduated from Mansfield High School in 2002. I feel like there are fewer and fewer of us as this community has gotten bigger and bigger, but I am so proud to be from this wonderful community. When I graduated from high school, I moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and I studied commercial music at Belmont University. I had very big aspirations at the time to be a full-time singer and entertainer. I left here, Mansfield, to just honestly set big fish, small pond kind of thing.
Oh, sure.
Got into a very, very big pond and realized that I actually don't think I want to perform. I don't think I want to do this, but I do love people. I love music. I love business. There's kind of all these different things around music that I loved. And at the time, I really didn't see how they would all fit together. I finished my degree. I loved it. I loved my time in Nashville. But a couple of years after I graduated, I did work in the music industry after graduation, and then had some challenging things. I was diagnosed with cancer when I was 23, when I was living there. And after that, that really kind of shook things up for me. And I knew then I was ready to come back home. But I thought, I don't even know what to do with this degree in commercial music because I was going to be a singer. So now what do I do? But I knew I wanted to come home, and I came back to Mansfield. And this was in January of 2009. And I thought, well, I wonder if I could teach voice lessons. I wonder if that's a thing. It really wasn't, there wasn't a huge market for that when I was growing up. And of course.
And Mansfield wasn't that big of a city back then.
No, it wasn't. I don't even remember knowing anybody that took voice lessons. I didn't have any lessons until I went to college, which was not unusual. That was very normal back then. I feel like that was not very long ago is what I'm saying. The world has changed so much in the last 15 years. But at the time, I certainly did not know if there was a market for it. But the timing was just so providential. And that was when entertainment reality television was really becoming popular. American Idol had just taken the world over. And so it was a perfect time for me to open specifically a voice studio at the time, because so many people were interested in singing and performing. It really put that on the map in a different way. So I put some ads on Craigslist back then. Remember, this was end of 2008, early 2009. And that's where we all went to find services and service providers.
Sure.
So I put ads on Craigslist.
When people trusted Craigslist.
Yes. And that wasn't weird. Now, when I say that, it just sounds so strange. Like, why would you? But back then it was so normal. I didn't have a website. We had Craigslist.
That's right.
So that's what I did. And I just kind of threw it out there. And I was like, well, we'll see if anybody responds. And they started responding immediately. And so I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to do this. And what I thought was just going to be a means to an end, short term, just became the passion of my life. And 15 years later, here we are. We coach hundreds of people a week, which is just crazy to me. I have 2 locations, the one in Mansfield, and then I opened one in Aledo as well.
How much time do you spend in Mansfield and Aledo? What's the ratio?
I'm only in Aledo 1 day a week. So I'm in Mansfield the rest of the week, and I'm still trying to get this one launched over here. So I spend 1 full day in Aledo, and it's a wonderful community as well. It reminds me a lot of what Mansfield was.
Oh, yeah.
5 years ago.
Yeah. Now you don't, your studio doesn't just teach vocal. What are some of the other services your studio offers? Yeah.
The first teacher that I hired was a guitar teacher because I saw an opportunity. I just finally began to I saw the potential, and my dreams really just took off. So I hired a guitar teacher and then just added more and more over time. So we offer guitar, piano, drums, ukulele, songwriting, and even audio production lessons, which has been a wonderful addition for anybody, but particularly for young people who may not desire to perform or even to learn an instrument, but really want to be creative. And there's a huge opportunity to make music in that kind of way. So that's been really wonderful too. And then we have a lot of small groups. We've got bands. We have early childhood classes. We have lots of performances throughout the year, and certainly camps and things like that. We just started an adult jam session called After Hours, just for adults to come and play. And a lot of people are missing those opportunities that they don't really have anymore.
Can I come play?
Yes. Look, yes, we are ready for you.
Yes.
Would love it.
I actually keep a guitar in my studio. When I have downtime, I just pick it up and start playing. And awesome. So what started way back, you had mentioned you were the vocal coach for my old partner, Scott. Yep. Can you teach an old dog new tricks?
Absolutely. And I just teach a little bit now, but most of my students are adults. I love adult students. There's just something so different and fun. I can tell you lots of stories about the wonderful different adults that I've worked with and their stories and what brought them in. It's always very inspiring. But I think, of course, like anything, it is never too late to start something new or to revisit something. So, yes, we work with students of all ages.
I may have to come visit you then.
Please do.
Yeah, I guess I started my first band in the 90s. But I've never taken a singing lesson, so I don't know if I'm doing it right. I always hear about sing from the diaphragm. Well, the same with speaking into a microphone. You speak from the diaphragm, and also I also play flute, and so you also breathe from the diaphragm. But again, I don't.
But how does that apply? That's the big one. It's like, okay, I used to feel the same way. I knew how to do it, but and then what? So that's what I love to do, is make it super practical and simple. This shouldn't be something that you have to work with me forever. A lot of times it's just a short amount of time where I can teach you everything you need to know so that you can course correct for yourself. That's my goal.
Okay. I'm getting a private lesson right here for free.
Yeah.
Can you teach? I can't do a vibrato vocally. Is that something that's learnable?
To a degree.
To a degree.
With
okay.
all different colors of your voice. Everybody has we all have a natural sound, but there are things, what I would call colors and textures and stuff that you can learn how to add or to minimize. Some people have too much vibrato. So can I minimize my vibrato? Yes, you can also do that.
Okay. I may be calling you. Hey,
Okay.
is in the minute or so that we have left in this, because these are 10-minute nuggets of information and they go quick. Is there anything you want to add? We'll get into contact information here in a second, but anything else you want to add about Destiny Studio before we get into that?
Yes, I think what makes us different, well, what I've figured out is that I don't feel like we have competition. First of all, I hate that word. We don't compete with anybody. But today more than ever, if we are competing, it's not with other studios or instructors, it's with YouTube. You can learn anything on the internet for free. So why would you come and learn in person? Well, I'll tell you why people come and stay for a really long time. And that's because we specialize in cultivating confidence and developing the whole person. And that is what is super special and magical about the experience that we offer at Destiny Studio.
If someone wanted some more information about Destiny Studio, where are you located? How can they find you on the internet? Let the people know.
We are located very conveniently right off of 287 on the access road between Walnut Creek and Broad. We're tucked away in an office building, but we are right there. Very easy to get to. You can find us on the internet at destinystudio.net and of course on social media as well. destinystudio.net. That's Sarah Duke, one of the many entrepreneurs here in Mansfield making an economic impact on the city of Mansfield. And Sarah, I'm going to come visit you. Please do. I look forward to it.
All right, and thanks for being on the Economic Spotlight.
Absolutely.